What up, Flag fam? I'm Nick, and this is Tom, and welcome to episode 3 of Around the Turf.
So today we're going to be talking about this week's matchups. We're going to give you guys some game lines. I know we're going to have a live call from Coach Modica.
Yes, we are.
We're going to have some good stuff.
We also are going to hear from quarterback Zach Barber as well. And guys, you do not want to miss this.
Welcome back, folks. Glad to have you with us. First things first, we're going to go over our matchup predictions this week and the games we've got going on. So, Nick, you want to lead us off?
All right, guys, we have 3 big games coming up this weekend. Surprisingly, Baja has a bye. They don't play 1 game, and we have Pasha with 2.
Extra R&R.
Yeah, interesting stuff there. Just stuff to put in the head. So, guys, let's lead off with tonight's matchup, the big matchup. It's the battle of the barbershops. We have Pasha's Barbershop versus Twins Barbershop. Pacha 1-0, Twins 0-1. We currently have Pacha as a 5.5-point favorite with an over-under at 49.5. Tom, what's your prediction for this game?
Nikki, I think Pacha's a good team. They
They
got
are.
some big boys on there.
They do.
Rinaldi knows what he's doing.
Yeah, for sure.
Again, he's been around the league for a while. He knows how to draft a team. Mo, I think I don't know, he could be in shambles. He could be gathering at whatever he's got. He's got Commissar. That guy's
He's a beast.
But I like the 5.5-point favorite. I think it will be 1 score. 49.5. It's a lot of points. I might hammer the under. I don't know. I'm not big on doing that, but I just might.
Okay, so for me, it is a tough matchup. Mo, like you said, he's 0-1. Shambles, possibly, but it's still early in the season. And I think Mo knows what he's doing. I think his team's going to show up and they're going to play. Now, Pacha does look like the best team in the league. They are my number 1 ranked team in the league. And,
I got them too.
For a while here, I thought, Pacha should have this game pretty easily. But then we had our jersey reveals just come out, Tom.
It's very true.
Listen. The Twins Barbershop, they were the first video revealed. And let me tell you, it was tough.
It was a very cool shout out to Jack Sheehy.
Yeah, shout out Jack Sheehy. He's
the man behind the
MVP
plan.
of this league.
The man with the plan.
Declan and Jason Commissar, they look like 2 guys you don't want to mess with, plain and simple.
Yeah, Declan looked weird, I'll just say it.
Yeah, but he still looked
weird.
he looked good.
All right, yeah. The uniforms look sick. Yeah.
Now, we had Pacha reveal, a very anticipated hype reveal. Like, this team is a team full of badasses, full of guys you don't want to fuck with.
It's true.
The 2 guys in the video, we have Nick LePere, a flag veteran. He is great.
Yeah.
And he looked pretty good in the video. Then we had the commissioner, head coach. We had Richard Rinaldi in this video. Listen, Rich, I love you. But man, Rich, you got to learn how to put a serious face on. Tom, he was in the video, each face. You might as well put a freaking clown hat and a clown nose on him after that video.
Nick.
Rich, I'm sorry. After that video, it made me look at Pacha and be like, eh. So I'm going to take the points with Twins here.
Okay.
I'm going to take the points, and I'm going to take the under. I don't know if Twins wins the game, but they're going to keep it close, and it's going to be under. I don't think it comes close to this over-under, personally.
I've been seeing in the comments as well. Barber has been mouthing off a little bit. He's big on his team.
Barber is big on his team. He likes to talk.
And rightfully so. He's got a very good team.
He has a good team, and Barber's a good player.
He's a good player. I would like to touch on that Pacha video. I do agree with you. It looked like someone hit Richard over the head with a big stick, and he was pretty dazed.
Yeah.
Again, phenomenal editing, but maybe he had a couple.
Yeah, I hope for the next couple of reveals it is a little bit more like the Twins run a little more badass, we'll say.
Yeah, it felt very, kitty time.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, exactly. All right, Tom. So now we have Pacha versus Carters. This is going to be a matchup on Sunday. And these are 2 teams currently 1-0. Obviously, Pacha will either be 1-1 or 2-0 at the time. But to me, these are the 2 best teams in the league. I think this is going to be a great game. Currently, the line, Carters is minus 3.5-point favorites with Finn Costello at quarterback.
Really?
With the over-under of 56.5, they are projecting points in this game. Tom, what do you have to think about it?
I kind of agree with they're giving Pacha points just because 2 games in 2 days is tough.
It's tough.
And, they're not in midseason
Look
form.
what happened to Baja week 1.
Exactly. And they had,
Fatigue.
9 hours, 12 hours
12
of rest.
hours of rest.
Granted,
Ridiculous.
you got a little bit more,
Ridiculous.
Again, we've both played.
Yeah.
We know a little thing or two about, these back-to-back games, and they suck. They're
Yeah,
tough on
because
the
you
body.
are sore after one
So
game, let alone having to play another one the next day.
I like the points there. 56.5 is a lot.
It is.
Flag games, you never know what's going to happen. One team can just run away with it. I don't want to say under on both games. I'm going to take the under on both games.
It's
what
fair.
do you think?
It's fair. All right, so I'm going to have to agree. I do have Carter's minus 3.5 for this game. It's going to be a fatigue thing. It's going to be a rest thing. It's hard to play two games. I wish this matchup would have happened with both teams on full rest.
I would like to see both teams with fresh legs.
For sure.
I think I'd have a different outcome.
Yeah.
Just
Carter's
Carter's,
though, they have speed.
Yeah.
They have power. They're not going to be a team you want to play really after you just played a game a day or two
defensive
before.
line on Carter's? It's
Oh my God! They have
Sam,
Baby Sam.
Louis,
they have Louis Del Bianco. They have the
Santino.
Italian stallion Santino, which I hope he gets plays at running back this week. More plays.
Hell,
he could potentially rush for 3
Coach
touchdowns.
JJ hopes so too, or else it's his ass.
Listen too. Give Louis the
Heard it,
ball.
JJ.
You're playing a tired team, Louis. You run the fuck over those people when you get
that's
that
true.
ball in your hand. You are a dog, and you fucking show it. I have Carter's minus 3.5. I have the over. I think there's going to be points. I think there's going to be points. Finn's a turnover quarterback.
We know that.
First of all, so you're going to get Pasha will score a little bit from that, and they have a bunch of offensive weapons as well. And then I think Carter's will play good with the ball. I think they have some playmakers.
They have so many options to go to. Again,
Yeah.
if you got Santino and Louis running the ball,
Yeah,
Jesus
you got some
scary.
problems. You got a bunch of.
I'd be better off getting in front of an actual locomotive train.
Yeah.
And trying to stop
Yeah,
that.
I agree with that. And finally, we do have Twins versus Pedigo. Now, Twins also has 2 games this weekend. Interesting. You have 2 teams with 2 games. You have 1 team with 0. Doesn't make much sense. I think people played with the scheduling a little bit. I heard rumors that quarterback Shane Green isn't around this weekend. So the schedule is pampering towards the quarterbacks of this league a little bit. Something to discuss. I get we need quarterbacks, but are we really going to just switch around this schedule constantly for a quarterback? There's other guys in the league that could step in if they had to.
I mean, sure. I think every team should have a viable backup of some sort. I'm glad that you touched on Shane. Shane, my boy. I know that in the first episode the second episode we talked about how it was that issue with the fatigue and stuff.
The fatigue, yeah.
I heard that it was Shane's doing because he.
So a little interesting here. Coach McKeon, he caused a stir. He really complained. He threatened to put Commissioner Richard Rinaldi on a goalpost for 24 hours if he ever had to play a game back-to-back like that again, and if Rich's team didn't. You know what? At first I was like, that is completely fair. But now it's your quarterback partially made the schedule, and he made those back-to-back games so he didn't have to play this weekend.
So that changes.
So where are the complaints from, my guy?
Yeah, what are you bitching about?
Come on, man.
Ryan.
Come on, man. Anyways, Twins, they're 4.5-point favorites.
Really?
We have an over/under of 42.5. What do you think?
I think Pedigo is. I'm going to take Pedigo plus 4.5. I think Pedigo's pissed.
They are pissed. They
have
feel disrespected.
Again, Twins also has 2 games this weekend. So
Yeah,
again, fatigue plays such a big factor. We're not, this is the second game of the season, or that'll be their third,
Their
but
third.
2 in a weekend.
Yeah.
No one's in mid-season form.
Yeah.
I think Pedigo's pissed. I think Cochihi's pissed. I think he wants his get back. I'm going to take the over as well. I think Kyle has his Perucci game. QB1.
QB1 is
4.
back.
I think 4.
The doubt is gone.
I'm going to give you 6 touchdowns from him, and he's going to spread it around.
Wow. You know what?
One rushing. I don't know.
Wow. Big game for QB1.
I don't know.
I also have
Let me see
Pedigo
them
on the
knees, boy. Let me
points
see them
here.
knees.
I think this is going to be another close game. I'm going to take the under. I think it's going to be low scoring. John Underwood debut, we hope. That can make the difference of this game. Twins will be tired. It's going to be tough for them to play 2 games in a weekend. Once again, this is a problem that keeps on probleming, man.
I hear Coach Mo, he did say he had cigarettes, though, for his team if they win. So,
Ooh,
I don't know, that might be a driving factor.
That's a
if you're a
motivational
Marlboro
factor.
guy.
Motivational factor. What about at halftime?
Bud Lights, probably.
Oh.
Maybe an Albanian handshake.
Ooh, that's
up there.
That's respectful.
That's prime
But
stuff.
all right, guys. So that's our previews for the games this weekend. We're actually going to head back into the Pacha Twins Battle of the Barbershop matchup. This is a rivalry game, and we do have word from Zach Barber that we'd like you guys all to listen to.
We heard it. We want you guys to hear it. Let us know what you think in the comments.
What's up, BFFL? Zach Barber tuning in. Just giving my prediction for tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Twins versus Pacha. You know, Basim's talking a lot of shit. Said I've never won anything. Well, this is my second season being a QB, and I'm already miles ahead of him. He's 0 for how many in the championship as a QB? He had 6 turnovers last game, if I'm not mistaken. That's more turnovers than the amount of teams we got in this league. So, but, me, Tyler, Macho, we had a little revenge on our eyes because, the Twins, Mo, just a little revenge tour. But for a prediction, Nick LePere, 2 touchdowns. Pacha, 34. Twins, 13. Give him a little benefit of the doubt. Danny Urbanek, might as well take the over for interceptions. That'll hit. Tyler Haight, take his over for total scrimmage yards. Every week, the goal is no turnovers. 100% score in the red zone, whether it's a field goal or it's a touchdown. But you guys know what it is. Basim over 2.5 interceptions. That's a lock. Let's go, Pacha.
Wow, Tom. That was a statement by Zach Barber. He is not fucking around. He wants to go tomorrow and rout Mo's team, Twins Barbershop. He wants them punished. Tom, what do you think about that video?
I mean, I agree, Nick. He's trying to hose him, clearly.
Yeah,
Confidence is the first thing that stands out.
Which is the key.
Second thing, eyes on the road, Barber. 2 hands on the wheel. I know that
Barber.
I saw that automobile's moving.
What if you got pulled over, bro?
What if you got pulled, or worse?
Be a little bit more careful. That's all we ask.
Anyways, I do like his confidence. If your quarterback doesn't show confidence, your team's not going to follow behind.
Exactly.
So that's major. I do like the 2.5 interceptions for Basim. Basim, I hope you don't do that. I'm rooting for you, man. But he's got a point.
Listen,
if next game is anything like your last game, then it's fair to think that. But I know you'll prove him wrong.
Listen,
you always do.
Listen.
What do you think, Nick?
I like a lot of the overs that Barber gave. I like the LePere. I like Tyler the Hog Hate
I'd take that
going
LePere.
over. I think Danny could get a pick. The one under I'm going to take, Basim is not going to throw 2.5 picks.
You think he goes perfect?
No. Let's not go too far. He'll have 1 or 2, but he won't throw 3. But that fire from Barber, it almost makes me want to switch my prediction there. This was the fire I was looking for in that Pacha reveal video.
Yeah.
This is what I want. Instead, you got, like I said, just put the freaking clown hat on him at this point.
It's the big red nose.
But that's the fire you want. Now, if that was my quarterback, I want to run through a fucking brick wall for him. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that prediction. And let's see if he could, talk his shit and prove it. That's the key here. Pacha 2-0. We'll see.
Back it up?
Let's see if he backs it up. Because
that video might not age very well, depending on how the game
goes.
goes.
Or he's gonna look like a stud. One of the two.
That's true.
And Barber, big game for you tomorrow. Best of luck.
Best of luck, my man.
We also are getting a phone call right now. Tom, who is it?
It is
Coach Mo Dika. I heard he's seen the video, so let's see if he has anything to say.
So we have our first-time caller on the show, long-time listener, the one and only, Coach Mo Dika. We got him on the horn.
Let's go, BFFL. Let's go.
Oh, he's ready.
So the first thing, Coach, I want to ask you. You saw the Barber video, right?
Saw the Barber video.
How does it make you feel? Give me some comments about that. What do you think about that?
I feel betrayed by my last quarterback. It's not the words I wanted to hear, but, we'll show him what's up at the next game. He ain't going to have all the time he did that last game. You better get ready to run his ass around because he ain't going to he's open day all day.
Oh, Mo, you're ready for it. Mo, I know you're 0-1 right now. What do you feel like? People are starting to say you're a little bit in shambles. Do you believe that, or do you think it was just a little hiccup in the road, and do you think Basim's going to come back and prove to everybody that he is the quarterback?
Definitely a hiccup in the road. Basim is the quarterback of the league. That's why I went that draft route. Try to stop us. Let's see what you guys can get.
So Coach, you just said that you felt betrayed. Is there a reason you didn't take him this year? You had the opportunity. He was your coach last year, and I want to know who's starting on tonight.
So, the reason I didn't take him, if we're trying to win a championship, we've had a good team last year. Quarterbacks don't show up to the playoffs drunk. Coming straight from the bar at 4 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock game.
Oh,
That's true.
that is bold. So do you think Barber is committed to this league, or do you think he's more so just thinks he's the athlete guy, but in reality he doesn't give a shit about it?
He's committed, but he's not 100% committed.
Oh.
And one thing that we know in this league is you need 100% commitment if you want to do well.
Yeah.
No party guys.
Yeah. Yeah. So Mo, I've been waiting to hear.
Party, just not before the games.
Makes sense, Mo. We've been waiting to hear some fire from you. Tell us how you really feel. What's going to happen in the game? Is Twins going to come through and win? And how much are they going to win by? Do you have a score prediction? Do you have any player predictions going on? And do you think it will be a rout?
Twins is going to rout. Score prediction 42-25.
Wow.
Twins.
High scoring affair.
Deck and Comas are 200 yards receiving each with 2 touchdowns.
Wow. It's going to be 400 yards, folks, from 2 players on the team. Now, we know you have faith in Basim. You going to put him at quarterback again, or are you going to play the guy you drafted for quarterback, Declan?
Listen, guys, I got 4 quarterbacks on my squad. I can go any way. Comazar can play quarterback. Basim can play quarterback. Deck can play quarterback. Lionel can play quarterback. So it'll be a surprise who's playing that quarterback.
Wow.
I just have to wait and see.
So Mo is quarterback ready. He can play the best hand. He can play with whoever he thinks is best, whoever's hot. That's something you don't want to fuck with because, you don't know what you're going to be getting when you play him.
So, Coach, who do you think you have your best chance of winning with as of right now? Who is going to be coming out tomorrow under center and taking most of the snaps unless you got to make a change?
I can switch up every play. We'll see. Whoever's had that hot hand.
Mo isn't giving anything
giving us
away.
nothing.
Well, Mo, pleasure talking to you. Can't wait for the matchup. Battle of the Barbershops, Twins versus Pacha.
Battle of Barbershops, baby. The real Barbershop is going to win.
Oh.
Big Barbershop Pachas that just came in. Twins, the original. Bringing it all the way. And we had the best video out of both barbershops. So what's up? Bring it, Richie.
What's up? What's up, folks?
Right.
That was Mo Dika for you there.
Coach, thank you for having us.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, Beacon Flag football fans. We want to give a huge shout out to our sponsor, the Costellos. Their support has fueled our league spirit over the years, and we couldn't be more grateful for them. But guess what? Our excitement for them doesn't end on the field because the Costellos are gearing up for an unforgettable performance. Mark your calendars for December 17th at 5:30 p.m. and join us at the Town Crier for an epic night of music, fun, and celebration as the Costellos perform their annual Christmas show. Joined by special guest Dimitri Archip, the Flurries, and Scott Ramsey, they are set to rock the stage and you won't want to miss it. So whether you're a diehard football fan or a music enthusiast, come together and support the talents that make our community shine. Thank you, the Costellos, for being the rhythm to our victories and the soundtrack to our nights.
Thank you, Coach Mo and Zach Barber, for your words. I think people are gonna heed to some of those things. So something I wanted to touch on is our commissioner and coach, Richard Rinaldi, abusing his power potentially because I hear that he's moving games because his quarterback, Barber, can't make certain times. So he's trying to move it up. What do you think about that, Nick?
Listen, is Rich Rinaldi the Mad King? This is what it seems like right now. He did change the schedule to fit his quarterback's needs. He consistently does what almost benefits his team. Is he the Mad King? Is he just going to burn them all when it's all said and done and do what he has to do to get that championship? Is he already on the throne? Do we already know the end result? Is this league rigged?
So I have 2 trains of thought on this. My first one is, well, obviously it's rigged, because look who's running it.
Yeah.
But I think, yes, it's messed up. If I was playing, I would probably feel a certain way about it. I'd probably feel a lot stronger and try to raise hell. But since you and I are sitting here, I'm thinking, yeah, good for Richard. Why not?
Good.
If you can, who's gonna stop you?
First-year head coach to win it,
Now, it's a slippery slope, a power trip sort of deal, but... I mean, hey, if it's your call, why wouldn't you want to help out your team? So I see both sides.
I see both sides too. We got to represent the players a little bit here, and think Rich is abusing his powers a little bit. Maybe he'll get tied to a goalpost like Coach McKeon wanted to do to him, and maybe he'll learn his lesson then.
Could be.
But anyways, let's get back to a couple more points we got. So we have free agents. It's free agent season. There's a bunch of kids that want to be in the league still, and teams are able to sign now. Tom, do you have any players in this league that you think deserve to be on a roster?
Yes, I said it since day one.
Okay.
Jake, Mikey B's son.
Oh, Mike Bologna's son.
Attaboy.
Yep.
I think he needs to be in the league. I met him, I don't know, right before the last chip. We were having a practice, and he was there, and kid came over, a nice kid. Wanted to do some one-on-ones, run some routes.
He's a little younger too, right?
Yeah, he's a John Jay stud. I mean,
oh, wow.
Those guys are the coolest, let's be real.
They're cool dudes.
And the kid was
Wow.
frying me. Actually, he had sick footwork.
And
I think
Tom has put up numbers in this league.
Yeah, I think he'd be a really good addition to the league. So I do also question why he isn't in the league.
I 100% agree with you on that. Actually, that was going to be the player I was going to shout out too. Jake, get this man in the league. He deserves it. JJ, coach of Carter's, his stepdad, Mike Bologna, is on your team. He's on your team, and he wants him in the league. And he's going to be one of your best players. So why not pick up his stepson and put him in the league? This kid deserves nothing more than be in this league. He showed up at the draft. He deserves it. And somebody do something about it. Because I'm sick and tired of this kid not being in our league. You know what? It gets me a little mad.
So, it's all right.
It gets me a little mad.
Yeah, as it should.
Yes.
I'd like to also shout out Jared Palm. Just a big kid.
Jared Palm.
I like Jared.
That kid is a monster. He is in the gym constantly.
Big in the gym. Jared Palm,
shout out. Big gym guy. And he knows how to work out. He could be a trainer for the team almost.
That's true.
He could train his team up. That's a good addition you want on a team. For sure.
So I guess we're going to see everyone tonight at the game.
Well, before we go, I wanted to do a little bit of some hot takes. I wanted each of us to have one little hot take. Something about a player, a little out of the ordinary, somebody doing something crazy for the slate this weekend. Do you got any hot take, any player that you're looking at?
I do.
Okay.
So, like I said earlier, I think Kyle's going to have his coming out game, I think Stephen McDowell is going to be a big part of that. I think he's going to score 4 times, and I think he's going to have 200, maybe a little more. It's definitely in his realm, and if Kyle has the kind of game that I'm predicting him to have, I think Steven's going to be the guy he goes to.
Listen, reigning offensive player of the year was a nothing factor week 1. This will get him right back on track. I love that prediction. I actually have one of myself.
I'd love to hear it.
It's a player he's playing twice. One of the games is actually against Kyle's team is Pedigo.
Okay.
So it's Mike No-Fly Musacchio. Listen, this kid has been one of the best defensive pass rushers in the league for years.
He's defensive player of the year.
Yeah, he's a sack monster. He was ranked number 2 in the league coming into this season, all right? So here's my prediction. With 2 games, he will have 7 sacks. Now,
7?
For No-Fly, though, 2 games, he's had games with 4 sacks, he had a game with 3 sacks, but it's going to get bolder. His first game against Pacha, he will have 0 sacks. He's going to start off his flag season with 2 games with no sacks.
Wow.
Bold. I know,
bold.
but Pacha has a line. He got locked up last week. He's going to get locked up against Pacha as well. However, anger will hit this kid. He's called No-Fly. He has a motor. Fatigue won't bother him. So then when he goes up against Pedigo, against his future brother-in-law, No-Fly is going to prove a point. He is going to get to QB1 Kyle Perucci 7 times in that game. And this will be 7. And this will be a Christmas conversation to be had at the family table. No-Fly is going to be staring Kyle down the entire time and just walk up to him as his food. Got your food, just like he was with that got your flag, because he sacked him the whole fucking game. Mark my words, it's what's happening. Nicky's bold take.
Nick, I'm a little I'm a little scared. You're getting worked up over
Listen,
here. Let's
listen.
not forget, folks. Nicky Kilmer was a beast on the field, and I know for one, especially back when we hit people.
Oh, yeah.
This guy's a different guy on the field.
Oh, yeah,
Scary.
different guy.
Not this milk
different
drinking, dinner eating at 5:30 guy now. He was scary.
5:30 dinners are good, though.
They are good, and I do love milk.
Yes.
I don't know what
yeah,
I'm
milk
saying.
is great. All right, guys. So that concludes our show for today. Please be at the games this weekend. We have a bunch of great matchups. You do not want to miss this. Be there or suck it.
And one more thing, I'd like to shout out John Giametta for allowing us to play behind the high school on the turf. We really appreciate you. The players appreciate you. It's great for us, and thank you for what you do.
Getting the lights on, awesome.
So I think that's going to conclude it for today. Enjoy this message from Trax. And Nick, any final words?
Like I said it once, I'm going to say it again. Guys, be there or suck it. Tom, it's been a pleasure.
Always is, Nicky.
We'll see you next time, all right?
See you next
See you
time.
next time.
Hey there, sports enthusiasts. Are you ready for some flag football fun? Well, we've got the perfect place to fuel your passion. Trax Coffee. Trax, your neighborhood coffee haven, is not just about great coffee, it's about community and camaraderie. And guess what? They're proud sponsors of your favorite flag football league. Whether you're gearing up for a game, winding down after a victory, or just catching up with teammates, Trax is the place to be. Sip on some of their premium coffee blends, indulge in some mouth-watering snacks, and soak in the vibrant atmosphere that only Trax can offer. So, why settle for anything less? Head over to Trax Coffee, where good times and great coffee collide. Fuel your game, fuel your passion, only at Trax. Trax Coffee, your touchdown destination.